Hello, my name is Brother Sean. Yeah, I'm not in fancy dress. I'm an enclosed, contemplative, interspiritual Franciscan. Yeah, interspiritual. But really, in truth, I'm a Catholic Christian Franciscan who embraces interfaith as a member of the Teo community of St. Francis. Well, who are they when they're at home? Well, if you go on our website, interfaithfranciscans.com, you'll get to know all about us. And we go back to 2006 when Lord Katumi incarnated as St. Francis. But in 2008 at the Tomb of Francis, it was, you could say, a major turning point in my life when I accepted the challenge to embrace all faiths and none, not to do it at committee level, not to give lip service, but to go and embrace brothers and sisters of different faiths. Why? Because we all share the same loving Father, Mother, God. And that's really it in a nutshell. But is there a connection between the Teo community, in brackets, interspiritual Franciscans, Gaia, God, Creator, and World Earth Day? Of course there is. As a Franciscan who embraces all faiths, World Earth Day is not an annual event that we tick in our diary. It's a living, vibrating experience which is the core of our monastic calling. And you can be a part of that if you are a lover of nature, a lover of animals, if you love going for walks into the woodlands, if you feel, having been there, you feel completely rested in your mind, in your body and spirit. And if you prefer, like me, animals to humans, then you're a Franciscan. And you don't have to wear a habit. You can be a friend of the community. And when we hopefully become registered as a cooperative, an eco-sustainable community, where a group of us, men and women, will live together, some as monastics and others will be there as friends of the community to support us from going hungry. You can be a friend, possibly a shareholder. So what is the relevance with Francis and this world? For me, Francis is the heartbeat that connects souls to the Supreme through nature. Franciscan spirituality is rooted in the sacred landscape. Why do I say that? Because I believe that the Creator Father, Mother, God created this beautiful planet you and I call Earth as a gift for God's children. A gift, freely given, but has it been warmly received? In ancient times, yes, the indigenous peoples of the world had a great reverence for the earth. And we know this from the study of history, and particularly the history surrounding the god and goddesses in worship. I know the Celts and Celtic monasticism had a great reverence for the earth, as did the Mayans and the indigenous Aboriginals in Australia. But what has mankind done to trigger off this major world event once a year? I guess it's because many of us embrace the earth with love and respect. And so many of us now have become aware of the impact of man's greed to our planet. The seasons, for a start. We no longer have proper springs, summers and winters. We have a combination of winter and summer and spring, and even in winter. The seasons are completely out of control. Could that be because of man's quest for fame? With the intergalactic carryings on of spacecrafts releasing all the debris in the galaxies? Maybe, maybe not. But I perceive Earth as a Catholic Christian who embraces interfaith. I perceive Earth as being the natural cathedral of God. Because if God created the heavens and the earth, it says a lot to my heart that the Creator is as much on earth as he is up there in the heavens or the heavens around us. And I think the time has come for us to have a rain check and to revisit this Earth Day. Why can't we live this Earth Day every day? Why do we have to be nannied and reminded? If we are light bringers of peace, and if we say we're Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, Baha'in, and we go to our temples, our churches, our synagogues and places of worship, and we honor the Supreme, but when we come out, we're not respectful of Gaia's domain. We throw litter here, there and everywhere. We pollute the atmosphere by one family having not one cow, but 4, maybe 6. Where we have a complete disregard for eco-balance. And where we just dump our negativity wherever it chooses us. So as a Franciscan who embraces interfaith, I also embrace the biodiversity of this planet. I embrace permaculture, planting by the moon, and reminding myself that modern isn't always best. The ancient traditions and teachings of planting by the moon and telling the weather by the seasons, but not only by the seasons, by the cloud formation, we can learn so much from our Native American Indian brothers and sisters and the indigenous peoples of the outbacks. Modern isn't always clever. Oh yes, we might have the mobile phone, the iPad, the iPod, the computer. Yes, they're gifts, but they're abused. So, for me, the connection between Franciscan spirituality, Gaia, Creator, Earth, it's all one. Franciscan spirituality is a way of life. It's not a rule where you're dictated to like the conventional Franciscans when I was a monk in the Catholic Church, where you were up at 5 and in bed for 9, where the bell dictated your life, and you got into that rhythmic flow and you didn't know what day it was. As a modern day lay monastic and member of the Teo community, I'm under no pressure to do anything that will compromise my belief. There are no rules and regulations other than respect, and that you come to the Supreme through the natural world. What an invitation. And many of us live the monastic life from our own home. And many who live it from their own home have full-time jobs. Some are married, widowed, divorced, separated. Some are heterosexual, gay, lesbian. Labels do not come into our commitment to God. But we are aware that we have a duty of care to ourselves, to our spiritual growth, and to this beautiful planet we call home, our temporary home. But when you look at creation and you look at nature, can't you see for yourself the face of God? When you touch the grass, it's moving, it's vibrant. When you look at a rose and its structure, a freesia, a daffodil, a gladioli. When you look at the trees in the Creator's garden, and yet mankind is destroying the lungs of the universe through deforestation. Why? Greed. But what we're not taking into account is the eco-imbalance, because trees are the lungs of the universe, and they're the lungs of the Franciscan, because without the trees, we have illness. So you can join us by being a friend. You don't have to wear a fancy dress like me. You can become a member, a friend, even an oblate. Think about it. Thank you.